Hey everybody, I'm here to do a little astrology update for this coming weekend and week. It is July 12th, 2019. I just did a chakra balancing tantric energy healing sort of video, so please check that out. If you're feeling it all down or discombobulated, that will help you. I'm feeling so high after doing that video, and anytime I do any healing work or invocation, it always brings a huge shift. So if you're wanting that, check that out. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little look at what's happening with the planets and the signs right now. So we do, as you all know, probably have the sun, right now in Cancer, with Venus in Cancer and the North Node in Cancer. So lots of really lovely water energy going on right now, because we also have the moon in Scorpio. So yeah, a lot of water, intuitive feeling, emotion kind of energy going on. Last night, because we also have right now Mars in Leo and Mercury in Leo, both early degrees together conjunct. So that Mars, Mercury in Leo fire energy last night was squaring, conflict aspect, squaring the Scorpio moon, which was early degrees Scorpio. So if any of you all out there had any moments of stress or conflict, got into any, arguments or whatever, that is why, because whenever you have moon squared Mars, that's a fighting aspect for sure. People who have moon squared Mars in their natal charts, they kind of approach life like it's always a fight. So, yeah, but luckily we just had that passing through. Now the moon has moved into later degrees of Scorpio. For tonight, if you have any planets or sun, moon, or rising in late degrees of any of the fixed signs, you're going to feel that late Scorpio moon, whether it's conjuncting your stuff, squaring, or opposing. But by really late tonight, going into the early morning, the moon is going to move into Sagittarius. At that point, early degrees fire to early degrees fire, Sag and Leo. We talked about the Mars, Mercury moon. It's going to move into a beautiful harmonious trine aspect, okay? So for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have this more carefree, fun moon in Sagittarius after a couple intense nights of moon in Scorpio. Okay, last night and the night before, that's death card, deep purging, going to hell and back. That's always Scorpio's energy. So those 2 nights were going to be a lot more deep processing shadow stuff, huge transformations. And then we're going to go into, for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, the light, nice energy. Now we're in the Fool kind of energy, much more free, much more optimistic. Now the moon is trining that Mars Mercury energy. So all that fire energy, warrioress energy will shift into being more positive, more either focused on, passion, passionate connections, or could be career stuff, getting shit done. Because, the fire, the wand energy is very much career energy. It can also be sexual, passionate, as we know with the wands in Tarot. And it can definitely be more about fun than when we have everything in water and it's all about emotion, or when we're dealing with a lot of Scorpio, death card, tower card stuff. That's going to be a lot more intense and heavy. So there is going to be a lightning over this weekend, which is beautiful. It's helpful because, as you probably all know, we're in Mercury retrograde. We had this super intense eclipse. For me, it was super intense because, you know, when it hits your angles, when you have an eclipse like exactly on your ascendant or exactly on your sun or moon, that makes it much more intense and personal for you. So that eclipse in Cancer that we had, the new moon eclipse, was 10 degrees Cancer. Okay, so anyone that had 10 degrees of a cardinal sign, okay, the Cancer or Capricorn axis 10 degrees, or, you know, the Aries Leo axis 10 degrees. You probably felt that. Anyone that had sun, moon, or rising, especially in Cancer, oh, you know, you felt that. So big, huge changes come with eclipses. It doesn't have to be bad changes. It can be really amazing changes. So with sun, you know, having an eclipse on it, it can be a huge effect or impact on your soul purpose, you know. For people that have it hitting their ascendant like it did me, you know, it's really going to affect how you feel seen in the world and how you feel in marriage or relationship, because it's opposed the 7th house. It's going to affect you on all your angles: home, family, career. Okay, we do have coming up the full moon eclipse coming in Capricorn. All right, so anyone that was affected by this Cancer eclipse, you're going to feel the Capricorn eclipse as well, okay, because they're directly opposed. So along with that, we've gone into Mercury retrograde. We have a lot of planets in retrograde. Let me just speak on that here for a minute. All right, so we still have Jupiter in its natural placement, natural sign of Sagittarius, which is good, harmonious, and it's in retrograde. Okay, Saturn is in its also natural placement in Capricorn, which is positive, but it's also in retrograde. Neptune in its sign in Pisces, also retrograde. Sorry, let me just click that off. All right, and then we also have Pluto in Saturn's sign, conjunct Saturn in Capricorn, retrograde. So, of all these intense outer planetary energies, universal energies, okay, we're talking like major arcana tarot cards here, right? Out of your control. All of these energies that exist without and within, they're all retrograde, along with Mercury retrograde now. So this is just talking about a lot of slowing down and going within with these intense energies, with our thinking, with the way we communicate, with the way we express ourselves. Mercury retrograde. We're now kind of taking a step back. We're looking at like what's really going on here with how we communicate, with how we express ourselves. Pluto, deep turning inward, transformation energy, okay? Saturn, again, really looking, slowing down and looking at how we perceive reality, how we really manifest. Are we stuck in negativity? Do we take the steps that we need to take to manifest things? Are we stuck in fears? Neptune is, you know, is magic. It's also delusion. So looking at how do we trick ourselves? How are we tricked by others? And also, are we properly using the magic that exists, seeing that reality is malleable, seeing that we really can create make our dreams come true. How are we going to do that? We're going into retrograde there with like, how do we have boundaries, is Neptune. How do we connect with the all, connect with the one, and still, have boundaries, and not so dissolve that we don't take proper care of ourselves. So all of this inner reflecting, and Jupiter is the planet of, beautiful expansion, spirituality, freedom, pleasure, enjoyment of life. And so all of these planets being in their natural signs means that they're actually coming through in a very healthy, natural way, okay, an organic way. So retrograde just means that it's slowing down and turning inward, okay, which is a positive thing for actually learning, okay, for actually assessing and reassessing, and then making new, better plans, things that are going to work more for us, things that are more aligned with us. We're going to make those better plans and go forward, okay, when the planets come out of retrograde. So it's a really awesome time for doing deep inner work, for processing, for taking a step back and really looking at ourselves and questioning, is that really true? Okay, whatever it is that we believe, whatever it is that we're holding on to, well, I know that I'm right in this situation, and I know this is this and that's that, and here's what I need, and here's what I'm going to do here. Like all of that stuff, even things that it just sounds like a no-brainer, you got to still really stop and look at, there is no ultimate black and white. There is no ultimate, like, this is always right and this is always wrong. It really is always helpful, if you keep having a certain issue and you keep having the same response and you keep having that same issue, like really start questioning, and that's what the retrogrades help us do. Is that really true, what I believe? How do I know that that's really true? Is there only one truth? Just because that's true for me, does that mean that that's true for the person on the other end or for other people? And if there is more than one truth, many truths, is the truth that I'm holding, is that still working for me? Or what if I decided to go into this other way of perceiving, holding this other level of reality? Is that going to be more aligned with where I'm at, more aligned with my highest good? Because, the interesting thing about different planes, of reality, different ways of perceiving things and experiencing reality, is they can be, you can go from one level to another, okay, and have them be completely opposite, okay? This paradox. There's what's true on this particular plane of existence and what's true on this particular plane of existence next to it. They can be completely opposite. And this one in this plane is just absolutely making sense and absolutely what you feel is true for you. And on this plane, something completely opposite can be making sense and feeling the most true for you. So it's not that different perceptions and different realities, one's right, one's wrong, or whatever. It's more just for like, what's true for where you're at and what is most helpful for you in your growth, in your coming into higher levels of freedom, love and light, self-actualization, experiencing true bliss, contentment, or happiness while honoring yourself and other people. If what you're feeling, believing, perceiving doesn't hurt anybody else, then whatever works for you, whatever is promoting your self-love, your growth, all that's what's true right now. It doesn't matter what other people think is true or what other people think you should be doing, okay? So all the retrogrades help us with that. Retrograde of Pluto in particular is really great for purging old shit, old shadow stuff in the closet that we've been suppressing. Okay. So we have all these retrogrades happening. We have these magical eclipses happening. When's the other one coming? Is it the 16th or the 26th? I don't know. But it's coming up, I think the 16th. Yeah, 16th. So less than a week. Oh yeah, that's only like 4 days. We're going to have our next eclipse in Capricorn. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go for everybody. Definitely with the Cancer, that has to do with home, family, emotional connections, nurturing, love. Capricorn is definitely having to do with the masculine energies, career, success, commitments, okay, lots of Saturn energy, you know, the world, having connection, having success, learning the lessons, leveling up, okay, so that's going to be coming in for us. And, oh, the last thing I was going to say is, you know, we have all these outer planets in retrograde, all except for Uranus, all right? So Uranus is just fucking steamrolling ahead, Tower card, all right? So every time, and it's in Taurus, stability. So every time, you know, we're coming into like a moment of feeling like, okay, it's all figured out now. Things are calm. They're stable. It's cool. Here comes Uranus, just bam, Tower card, breaking it up. With the energy that was happening with the moon squared Mars, okay, last night, tonight, that's, it, you know, that could have been taking us, some of us, from everything's cool 1 minute to just boom, suddenly everything's changed. Oh, we just had a breakup. I don't even know how that happened. I didn't even see that coming. What the fuck just happened? Okay. So Uranus energy is this kind of radical, rebel energy that can be intense. And Uranus has been in a T-square, okay, last night. T-square with the moon and with Mars. Mars in Leo, Uranus in Taurus. Okay, moon was in Scorpio, still is. That's all very fixed, stubborn, powerful energy. And T-square is a configuration of conflict. So, you know, we're all learning to work with and sort of manage as we're coming into higher levels, higher frequencies. We're all coming more into this 5D unconditional love. You know, we're learning to work with our lower chakras, work with our childhood shit, our past life shit. And so, yeah, we still have sudden moments of enlightenment. We also have sudden explosions. But we're trying to, with the Pluto conjunct Saturn, as I talked about in my other past astrology videos, the last two, we are working, Saturn is really working, trying to contain somewhat these Plutonian explosions. But yeah, we do have this Uranus going on right now with squaring Mars. So it can just, things can really just kind of pop off really suddenly. So you got to just really be aware of that. Really check when it's happening. Try to not let it go to the extreme nth degree. Try to not let things get too crazy. Just roll with it and acknowledge, okay, here we go. Tower card, bam, you know, Uranus squared Mars. So that is happening, but it should chill out as the moon passes late night, Friday night, and Saturday, Sunday goes into Sagittarius. So at least we won't have this T-square. We'll still have the square with Mars and Uranus, but now the moon, the emotions will be more in harmony, okay, with the fiery energy and the communication. It's going to take on a positive spin. It's going to be like getting stuff done or being passionate, okay? So, yeah, enjoy the weekend. I think I hit on the main stuff going on right now this particular weekend. And I'm going to next do some tarot readings just for twin flames that are in connection or in separation. If any of you feel like you're in a sacred union or twin flame connection, you might want to check that out. Or go check out, I just did a chakra balancing, like I said, tantric balancing video. Check that out too. Please do like, share, subscribe so that I can keep doing these videos. If you like anything about them, please just click on that. And thank you. I appreciate you all so much. Have a beautiful, awesome, magical weekend. Thank you. Bye.